Welcome back to the Goal Getter Life. I'm Cindy Knorr, and in today's video we're going to talk about how you have the power to change your thoughts. And your life right now might look pretty bleak like it is right now out here with not a lot of bright things going on in your life. It might feel cold, but in an instant you can change your thoughts and have a whole new perspective. And even if it looks like you can't see very clearly because your glasses are fogged up, that's also another metaphor for life, that will pass, right? And you can change your thoughts and focus on something completely different. There's a science behind how your thoughts impact your life. And it's really easy for us to think about what we don't want. And it's not as easy to think about what we do want in our lives. So I'm a certified high performance coach, and I help people have an awesome life in every area. And a lot of times people are really rocking it in their business, but their health is suffering and their relationships are suffering because they're spending so much time on their work, so much time and effort. And so what I like to do is challenge people, the people who are really rocking it in their business, challenge them to focus on the other areas of their lives, because you will see that everything is interconnected. And if you're having a problem in one area of your life, it is going to show up in your work, even though your work is doing really well right now. So I want to tell you about one of my clients. She is doing really well in her business right now, but she's not working out, and she's gained a bit of weight. She feels pretty unhealthy, and she knows she should start doing something, but it's easier just to keep spending a lot of time and effort on her work. So I've been asking her, like, what do you want to do? And she told me she used to do CrossFit, but it moved and it's too far, so she doesn't want to commute that far anymore. And so she doesn't want to do CrossFit, she doesn't want to do yoga, she doesn't want to sweat. She doesn't want to go someplace that's too far away to drive. She doesn't want to go somewhere where it starts at 5 o'clock in the morning and then the session ends at 5:30, and like on and on. So she's telling me all these things that she doesn't want, and she can't find anything that she does want. And there is an actual scientific reason why that's the case. And it's because there's a part inside your brain, deep inside everybody's brain, we have this little area that's called the reticular activating system. And because there's like, I never counted, and I don't know if anybody actually did count, but they say there's like 40,000 different stimuli at any given time. And even if two people were standing side by side, they would still notice different things going on. And it's because that reticular activating system that's in your brain, its sole purpose is to figure out what it thinks you think is important. And it gets that by your thoughts and what you focus on. Hi there, just hopping in to make sure you understand about the reticular activating system. So you might not have ever heard about this little part in your brain, but I guarantee that you will know what it's about when you hear some examples. Because like I said, your brain has so many stimuli that are coming at you all the time, like 40,000 different things at any given moment. And in order for you not to be overwhelmed and just like freak out, because you just can't keep track of that much stuff at once, your reticular activating system is there to filter everything that's around you and only show you what it thinks is important to you. So for example, if you go to buy a car, if you're thinking about buying a certain kind of a car, or if you've actually already bought one, all of a sudden you notice all over on the streets, it seems like everybody's driving that same kind of car, right? And it's not that you didn't see these cars before, because if you didn't see them, you would try to park where they were parked, or you would drive into them, when they were in the lane beside you. You actually did see them, but you didn't notice them. And the same thing, another example is if you are pregnant, or if your partner's pregnant and you go somewhere and then all of a sudden you notice it seems like there's so many pregnant people around. So it's not that there is more pregnant people at that particular time, it's just that you finally are noticing them. And when you're not pregnant, you don't notice pregnant people unless they are like outstanding in some way and really sticking out. So that is what I wanted you to understand about your reticular activating system. The other thing to keep in mind is that it doesn't understand the word don't or not or no or any of things like that. So for example, if I ask you to don't think about a pink elephant. Right? So your brain is going to think about the pink elephant. It doesn't care about the don't part. So that's why it's important to understand when you think about the things that you don't want, like in my example, that's what your brain thinks is important to you. It doesn't hear the word don't, and you keep reminding it of all the things that you say you don't want, but it hears that. And so you're actually making it more aware of all the things that you don't want, okay? So I'll let you back to the floral conservatory. So for this client of mine, she's focused on she doesn't want CrossFit, she doesn't want yoga, she doesn't want to sweat, blah, 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 all these things that she doesn't want. And so what she's seeing is more things that she doesn't want because her brain hears yoga, CrossFit, because that's what her thoughts are, right? So that's why, even though it's easier for us to think about what we don't want in life, it's imperative that we change it up and we start focusing on what we do want. So what I told her to do, I said, okay, what is it that you do want? And I said, so she couldn't even hardly articulate because we're just so used to thinking about what we don't want. So she finally told me, she needs it to be within 10 minutes drive and she wants to move weights around, but she doesn't want to do CrossFit because, it's dripping here. Because she got herself hurt too badly. So at least she's starting to think about what she does want in her life. And wouldn't you know it, within 3 days, she found a gym that was within 10 minutes drive from her place, and she signed up and she's going there now. She's fitted into her schedule. So that's the power of focusing on what you do want instead of what you don't want. And it is scientific. It's not all this woo-woo stuff about law of attraction and thinking positive thoughts. There is a part of your brain that is working hard to match your life up with your thoughts. So there you have an example about how your thoughts can change so quickly, just like how we were outside in the cold, in the snow, and we came into a beautiful place like this floral conservatory with the flowers. You get to focus on what you want to focus on. And so focus on what you want in life instead of what you don't want. Give your reticular activating system something to find good things in your life for you. Do you have some better ideas on how to change your thinking? Comment below. And for more everyday strategies on how to be your best and live an awesome life, subscribe to this channel. Like and share. I'm Cindy Canor, certified high performance coach and change agent with Synergy Coaching. The best in me recognizes and honors the very best in you.